The first super chase of 2018. Here we have the highly anticipated Sergeant Highgear, one of the palace guards in London. And before we get started with the review, I just want to talk about a couple things, some recent events. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for all the recent support on my videos. I know I haven't been able to post as many as I've done before, but I've been so busy with AP tests, if you guys know what those are. If you don't, you will when you get to high school, and finals, and just tests in general. Everything. I've had work like almost every day of the week, so it's been extremely difficult for me to make videos. But fortunately today, the day that I'm recording this, you may not see it for another day or so, but Friday, was it like May 25th, I'm done with school. Super good feeling. So I will be doing a lot more videos over the next couple months here. I cannot wait. I have some big videos, some big changes coming to my channel as well that I hope you guys will enjoy. But anyway, let me know about you. Are you still in school? Are you almost done? If you're in Australia, you won't be done for a while. But if you're in like, I don't know, was it like the Western Hemisphere? It depends on when your winter is basically. But I hope you're doing well in general and your school and workload isn't too overbearing. But now let's get into a review here of a Sergeant Highgear. I love the art there. They've had that art for almost like 9 years now. It's been an incredibly long time. I remember when they released this art on the Cars 2 website in preparation for the movie. They kind of geared them up as like a main character almost, like with Chauncey Perez and some of the other ones. But he didn't speak at all. And that's his job, not to speak, not to move, as one of the special guards there in London. You have the desert background there that is not blurred. Remember, we talked about this in my last video where sometimes they blur the background, sometimes they don't. Here's the case where they have not. Super Chase, Modelle Rare, with the asterisk there, because this is a super chase, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. Sergeant Highgear. And then he has the silver stripe here that says Scavenger Hunt. So he is in the Scavenger Hunt series, and that does not make the metallic Bobby Swift or metallic McQueen or Cruz or Mario Andretti. They are not super chases. They may end up being a little rarer in the future due to just, you know, having it say Scavenger Hunt, and they may not be included in other cases. But these are definitely limited to 4,000, as it says right here. No more than 4,000 units produced, even though sometimes it feels like there may be more, but 4,000 is quite a bit, you know, that spreads it around, even though it seems like for the most part they're distributed only to the United States, which is kind of unfortunate. I really do feel bad for you guys who live outside the country, but the metallic cars are produced a lot more than 4,000. You can see a cool picture of Sergeant Highgear. I would assume it's this guy and not the guy over there. And McQueen and Mater. Of course, Mater was trying to make him, I don't know, flinch, move, and we'll talk about his appearance in a little bit. And then you have the magnifying glass up there, and that's pretty much it. Now, don't cringe that I'm opening a super chase. I do have another one here to keep in the package. Thanks to eBay and a friend, I got these both total for under $40. So I'll be right back with this guy opened up. So here we have Sergeant Highgear out of the package, looking a little strange without his hat, but obviously they had to make it an attachable piece because if it was attached in the package, it would not fit. That would not be viable at all. And they don't put any instructions as to how to attach it, like which way to go. There's like an extra little tab on the outside, whereas the rest is circular. So I don't know, I guess we're gonna try and line it up here. I don't know, it's like rubbery on the inside there, so it seems like it could go in any way, but I'm going to match the tab up with the back one. Hopefully that works. Yeah, I guess that works, right? I don't know, it feels, yeah, it's a little loose. Let's try it the other way. Whoa, that does not sound good. Maybe we just have to apply some pressure here. I don't know how to attach this thing. This is weird. No, I can't go on like that because there's that big gap. It has to be this way. Ooh, I got it in, but then like bounced out. That's so weird. Okay, I think I got it. So yeah, just like I said, tab to the back, and bam, I think I got it now. Yeah, I don't know what was happening there, but now he looks much better. And I know a lot of you guys probably are confused. Like, didn't Mattel already release Sergeant Highgear? Because you probably have seen this version in the background. And no, this is a counterfeit factory custom. So if you go on eBay and type in Sergeant Highgear, you got all these results. And most of them are loose from China for like $7. Amazing prices. And that's because they just make them. And they can make as many as they want. They just keep on pumping them out of the factory. And it's a great custom. I reviewed them in the past, so you can check out that review if you'd like. But obviously there are some major differences like the color, the expression, he didn't have a mouth before, and the texture of the hat there. And we'll go into some more details later, but I just want to clarify that this is a counterfeit here. The Chinese guys are just able to make these maybe because Sergeant Highgear was canceled in the past, so they had like some of the molds ready, so the Chinese guys were like, well, if you're not going to release them, then we're going to take a shot at it. So maybe that's what happened. And, you know, same thing with Andy Gearsdale, although Mattel has not released Andy just yet. But I could see them releasing him down the line. Anyway, though, Sergeant Highgear appeared, like I said, toward the end of Cars 2 as the London Guard. And I also have this canceled Mater called Funny Face Mater when he was trying to make Sergeant Highgear flinch. And it would have been awesome if they released Funny Face Mater because it would have been in perfect timing for next year's release of Sergeant Highgear. He was supposed to be released in 2017. And McQueen was there, kind of looking embarrassed, and this was all in preparation for Mater being knighted. And I should mention that Sergeant Highgear was supposed to be released in 2012, but got canceled along with Andy Gearsdale, who was that guy right there. And then, yeah, Super Chases are never re-released, so don't expect this guy to be released anytime soon. The prices on eBay are very good, in my opinion, right now, like $20. So buy it while you can. I can't find it in a store. You may be able to, you may not, so make a wise choice. You don't want to miss out, because the price will probably go up over the next couple years or even months. Now, another version of Sergeant Highgear that you may be familiar with is the Disney Store version that was released probably in like 2012. And his is really cool and unique because his hat is actually felt. It's the fabric, so you can feel its softness, whereas the factory custom and the Mattel version are just plastic helmets, which, you know, it's fine. It is not that expensive. If you find it in a store, it's only like $7, whereas this was included in a box set for quite a bit more money. But, you know, again, not many people find it in a store and end up paying inflated prices anyway. But the main point is that I want to compare all these today, and then we're going to decide which one is the best. I already have my mind made up, and yeah, you can probably guess, but I'll tell you guys later. First of all, looking at the expressions of them all, I have to say I like the expression of the factory custom the most. He looks determined, even though in the movie he wasn't really like that, but I do like that. Except for the fact that he does not actually have a mouth there above the belt, which is, or the chin strap, I should say, which is a little strange. You can see that he has the frown face there, and the Disney Store version has a straight mouth. Now, the eyes for the Disney Store version, I don't know. The Disney Store can never actually make eyes look good. It's very rare, but they just struggle very bad. Looking at the grills here, they do kind of cut in a little bit there. You got some headlights. These are the most detailed in my opinion. It's kind of interesting how they have the silver ones on the inside and orange on the outside, where it's the opposite here, and then it's the opposite there. So they keep flipping back and forth. The grill is just a lot more detailed on the Mattel version, in my opinion, because you could see like the individual squares and the logo, whereas this, they just kind of outlined it and didn't really put in too much more detail. The Disney Store version, pretty simplistic as well. Another big difference amongst the Disney Store version and these two is that they have like this guard along the bottom of their eyes right there, which it's pretty much the same on the fake one and the real one from Mattel, and the Disney Store version doesn't even have it. Now looking at their rifles and bayonets here, I would have to say that Mattel wins again with the most detailed. It is plastic, does not move that much. Don't break it off because, yeah, it could definitely break off if you apply enough force. But you can see there, silver spot, darker green, silver for the bayonet. This one's not too bad. It has a little bit more color variety, but in my opinion, it doesn't look as realistic. And the fake one here, is almost identical to the Mattel one, except for darker colors and a little bit lighter for the grip or whatever that is. I don't know much about guns. Then the strap here, the golden strap, pretty much the same as on the fake one, just a little bit brighter. And it looks a little bit more realistic because it's a different piece from the body, whereas with the Disney Store version, they melded in with the normal body, so it looks a little strange in my opinion. Looking at the rims here, they're all white, just kind of different styles. It's interesting how everyone has like a little different thing about them. I like that. It's nice to have variety. And this is a really fun video because we get to compare all of these and kind of make a judgment game out of it, I guess. Now, another thing that the Disney Store struggles with is windows, because you can see that they just paint them in like that same piece as the main body. At least with Mattel and the factory custom, it's a different piece. You can see that's the plastic insert there, which looks good. You have that indent for the door handle, and then whatever that is, I have no idea. Maybe the gas cap. It looks more realistic on the Mattel real version. Similar things over here, just not as detailed. And moving to the back is where you can really see that Mattel and the fake one even are better than the Disney Store, because they actually type in the license plate here. And it reads Gren Go 1. I don't know what that means exactly. If you live in London, if you are familiar with this kind of stuff, maybe that has some significant meaning, but I personally do not know. And then there's some type of logo right there, but it's too hard to read. And then you have the taillights, of course, with the silver trunk outlining. Very, very similar over here. Again, I feel like it's just a little bit better, a little bit more detailed on the real version. If you notice, the license plate is not outlined. On this one, it is a little bit. I feel like the text is cleaner, though, a little bit more crisp. And the Disney Store version just kind of gave up once they got to the back. Didn't color in the license plate, which, you know, it's fine. It's not a big deal, but it is one of those details that makes or breaks such a judgmental competition like this one right here. And here's the base, very simple. Of course, you have the screws that keep it together, and these holes actually attach it to the package, which I'm not a big fan of. Here's the fake version. Notice how it doesn't have a white date stamp code, which is a big indicator that it is in fact fake, or a prototype, but this one's fake because there's so many of them on eBay. But they do use like regular bases. They try and make it look real. And see, bam, there you go with the white date stamp. That makes it seem very, very real. It's interesting. You can see that they actually have like the almost same code. Yeah, that actually is W6715. And see how they credit Land Rover here, because he is a Land Rover. But the fake one does not. Because, you know, if you're fake, why would you credit it anyway? It's not like you're crediting Mattel too much. I mean, you do put that there, but you're the one getting the money, even though you're using Mattel's materials. Oh, well. But that's pretty much it for the comparison of these three. Sorry for moving the camera there. Let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite. Like I said, or actually I didn't say, but Mattel, I hinted at. Mattel is definitely my favorite. I love it, love it, love it. I don't see many faults with it, except for the fact that a felt hat would be pretty sweet. I have to say, that's the only thing that I'm not, you know, a fan of for Mattel, and the Disney Store really, I don't know, rocks out with that. And then looking at the fake helmet, it is just smooth, and then this one's textured a little bit to make it look a little bit more realistic. So that's nice and all. Now let's bring in some other characters for comparison. Most similarly is Maurice Wilkes, who's pretty much the same model except for the fact that he doesn't have the big hat. And there are some other details in there that differentiate them, but you can see like they all have that thing and that thing and that thing and that thing. Rims are pretty similar. And his license plate is also very similar. Gren GD2, so both have the Gren G's in there. I like the silver outline around the back window. That would have been nice if they included it on the die cast. And that was totally up to Mattel because you never saw the back of one of these in the movie. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on Super Chase Sergeant Highgear. I wish you luck in finding it yourself because I have not had any luck. I found quite a few Super Chases over my career as a cars collector, but the distribution this year is probably the worst it's been since 2012, and it may even be worse than that because I really cannot find anything in a store. I'm struggling so much, and if you are struggling, I really feel for you. If you're not, then that's awesome. I'm happy for you. But all my stores are getting in like the Charlie Cargo and the RV Deluxe case, so they're clogged with that. Never gonna get in like Van Scanlon, let alone this Sergeant Highgear. I still even need the Lightyear blimp from this year. But that's enough droning on. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys very soon for some more consistent uploads. I do have some big plans, like I said. I hope you guys are looking forward to them. See you guys then. Bye now.